a secret that I found out an hour ago about playing cards. I mean European playing cards. And then we'll give a little bit of history about playing cards, and as a funny thing for bonus we'll give a very simple trick that you can do with cards anytime you want with these cards. So the highest cards are considered the spades. Ace of spades is considered to be the highest card. Then the king of spades, the queen of spades, and the jack of spades. And I want you to notice one thing about this secret that I will tell you later. Notice where these kings and queens and jacks look at, if they're looking at the spades or away from the spades. These all are looking away, and we'll tell you what it means later. At least the theory that I have. And probably for a lot of you it will not be a secret, but we'll dig into the history and try to understand why is this way later. So the highest rank, of course, is the spades. The second rank is considered to be hearts. Ace of hearts, the king of hearts, the queen of hearts, the jack of hearts. And notice that here the jack is looking in a different direction. Then the clubs, the same, ace, king, queen, and jack. And in the end, of course, the diamonds. The diamonds are supposed to be the youngest kind of cards, you know, like the young people or children of cards. And we'll dig into that later. And now, maybe a little bit of history of the cards, the playing cards, and tarot cards. So there are several theories where the playing cards come from. Some say from China, but I'm not a big expert on China, and they originated much later than Egypt. So we'll stick with Egypt here. So Egypt. By some theories that we don't consider China here, we just consider Egypt. There were the same 4 kinds of cards, and they were called Mamluk. Mamluk cards. So which kinds did they have? They had swords or weapons, you know. Weapons or swords. Then they had cups. Then they had polo sticks. Polo sticks made made of wood, and they had coins. So, if you look at it at first glance, it looks like they're different but the same four kinds. But what you will learn is that swords, of course, are like spades. Spades are like weapons in Europe, but swords were made into spades. Both are the weapons, swords and spades. Then cups were made into hearts. And you will ask, how the hell are cups made into hearts? And the answer to that question would be, what is a cup? It is a vessel for containing, for example, alcohol, and alcohol is dealt with passion. So basically both cups of wine and hearts deal with passion. So both things are considered to be passionate. Then polo sticks. You would say polo sticks, what is that? It's the wooden stick that is made for some games or maybe used as a weapon. But polo sticks are made of wood, and it would give the origin to the wooden thingy. What would be that? That would be a leaf or clubs, because the clubs are made of wood. And later I'll tell you that in Germany it would be acorns, acorns that are oak tree seeds. So polo sticks that are made of wood, the clubs that are made of wood, and acorns in Germany, Germanic cards that are wood. So the coins are quite easy. Coin is wealth, so it would be diamonds, because diamonds cost a lot, and it's the youngest kind of cards, so that young people love. What do you call it? Wealth, or they overcompensate a lot, though they like diamonds and coins and everything. So it's the youngest kind that are coins, diamonds and everything, expensive and bling bling. So, and if you consider other kinds, for example Spanish, French cards, playing cards, they are just the product of these Egyptian cards, the same as these European cards that we know. So for example in Germany it would be acorns for wood and clubs, and I guess in Germany it would be bells. Bells, like jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way, in Germanic version, for coins or diamonds. And it makes perfect sense. Swords, weapons, spades, then cups, considered passionate, containing wine and alcohol and everything, turned into hearts. Polo sticks made of wood turns into clubs, weapons made of wood, and acorns. Coins for wealth turn into diamonds. It's not a full history, but just something I could show you. And now for our secret that we discovered, and after that there will be a trick. So let's look at the youngest kind, the diamonds, or bling bling, or bells in Germanic cards. Look here, these cards, we put away the generic ace here. These cards that are Celia line cards are not very true to themselves, because look here, the diamond and diamond are together, but here the diamond and diamond are separated by the head, and the same here. So the most popular version have this picture reversed to this side, but as long as I don't have that deck of cards, we'll use these ones, but instead we'll just consider where the heads look at. So the diamonds, notice the king is looking at the diamonds, the queen is looking at the diamonds, and the jack is looking at the diamonds. Right? So the youngest kind are all looking at the diamonds. The slightly more mature kind, notice here, the king is looking at the clubs, the queen is looking at the clubs, but the jack is looking away from the clubs. Got it? Good. Now the hearts, or cups in Tarot and Egypt. Look here. The king is looking at the hearts. The queen is looking away from the hearts. And the jack is looking the same as the king at the hearts. Funny, isn't it? It's a suicide king. And now the oldest kind. What do we have here? The ace that is vigorously decorated. The king is looking away from the spades. The queen is looking away from the spades. And the jack is looking away from the spades. Haha, interesting. So, now for the secret. The diamonds, also known as coins. Everyone is looking at the diamonds. King looks at diamonds, the queen looks at diamonds, the jack looks at diamonds. Clubs or polo sticks. The only person looking away from the clubs is the jack or the servant. So the youngest card is looking away from the clubs. The hearts. The queen is looking away from the hearts. And the jack and the king are looking at the hearts. So you could see that this queen is looking away from the hearts, and this king is considered a suicide king. He is sticking a sword into his head. And with the spades, we see that all of them are looking away from the spades. The jack is looking away from the spades, the queen is looking away from the spades, and the king is looking away from the spades. So it actually creates a very perfect picture and logically bound picture. The young kind are all looking towards their money and fame and glory and everything they want. The clubs or polo sticks or plants or acorns, the youngest starts to doubt and turns away from the clubs. The hearts, it's the second most important card after, of course, the king and the ace. The queen is looking away from the hearts, and these ones are all looking away from the hearts at these spades. For example, you could explain it that they're all disappointed in war because spades is for war. So the king is looking away from war, the queen is looking away from war, and the jack is looking away from war. Isn't that interesting? This war spade people are all looking away. The hearts, the queen is cheating on the king. The clubs, the jack is leaving the army, and the youngest kind, the coins or the diamonds, they're all together because they didn't yet develop into this and this, where they first betray the king and the queen, then the queen betrays the king, and they in the end they all betray everything they believe in, old people and war people. I think that makes some interesting theory, but as I promised, this video must be short, so now let's share a trick with you that you can do anytime you want. So and now for this trick that I promised. You don't need to do anything. No sleight of hand, no nothing. It's a math trick. It completes itself. So here is a story. There is a hotel, and these hotel owners are very strict. They don't want boys or girls to have any fun, and they put in one room two kings together to make sure they don't have any fun at night. In the second room, the same. They put two kings together. In the third room, two girls, two queens together. And in the fourth room, the same. Two girls, two queens together. So they don't have any fun at all at night. But they wanted to make sure they don't have any fun. So they took the guards. Jacks will be the guards. And they put, of course not inside, but outside the door. To guard the door, they put the guards, the jacks. Jacks being the guards. But they wanted to be absolutely sure no fun is going on, so they also put the locks. The aces would be the locks. It doesn't matter the suit, but you put the locks, the aces. They put the locks Now you collect it in absolutely any order you like. You take this. Next you can take anything you want, any pack. This, for example, you can put it on top or on the bottom. It doesn't matter. We can put it on the bottom. Like this, you can put it on top. It doesn't matter. Now you flip it face down. And now you ask someone, or you do it yourself, to cut the deck at any place. It doesn't matter the place that they cut it. One and any amount of times you want, or they want, any amount of times. Two, you can do it 2 times. You can do it 1 time. You can do it 20 times. You can cut 2 cards, 1 card, any amount of cards. Just stop when you or your spectator is satisfied. Any amount of cards, any amount of times. I don't know how many times we got, but now the continuation of the story. The morning came, and here are the rooms. Room 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rooms. What do we see in the first room? We see the broken locks lying absolutely broken on the floor. Room number 2. A boy, a girl, and a girl together having fun in one room. Room number 3. A boy,